Hey, good morning, my friends. I'm Live Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive morning weather update. Trending toward, I would call it a mild pattern for the next couple of weeks. Winter's not done, so don't worry about that if you're a winter fan. And we are in a fairly active southwesterly flow in this mild air. So that brings more moisture than what typical winter storms could bring. And it kind of comes into today. What we're seeing right now is, here's the radar. And when you see these purple areas, the radar is estimating that it's freezing rain. And it certainly could be, but I haven't seen any of the observations that actually report freezing rain. So I would say it's generally rain, but if you're in the Houghton Lake area or heading through that region toward Tawas, Augrey, Cadillac area, you may have some freezing rain still for an hour or two. Hey, good morning, Carl from Lenox. Good morning, Todd White. But notice the heavier rainfall over toward Milwaukee, moving east. That will be coming in to central lower Michigan, we'll call it, I guess, through the day today. And so a fairly wet day. And this will be mostly rain, if not entirely rain. So here's your radar forecast. 10, 11, noon, 1. The whatever color that is, salmon, I guess you'd call it maybe, is sleet potential. Otherwise, it looks like it's rain. And then as we go into the afternoon, it gets a little bit colder. This is 4, 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So the last few hours could be a wet snow. The temperature will be above freezing at the surface, but aloft it'll be cooling off a little bit. So in the Saginaw Bay City area, northeast, lower in the Thumb, in the second half of the afternoon, you change over to snow for a few hours, then it comes to an end, and then everything comes to an end. If you have to travel tomorrow, this is midday tomorrow. Tomorrow is a dry day, should be above freezing in a lot of places, should be very good to travel. Then the next 2 storm systems we have our eyes on. The first one comes in Thursday night, Friday morning. It's mostly all a rain producer. And then the one on the weekend we will watch, but it also looks like quite a rain producer. So this is Thursday evening, and note that this storm system barely has any snow shield with it. It's way back in the western part of the UP. This is the middle of the night, Thursday night, so quite mild. And then as the end of it swings through Friday morning, you might have an hour or two of some snow showers, but that's about it. So, same model on its snowfall for this afternoon. The Thumb, Harrisville, Oscoda, what they call the sunrise side of our great state, inch, maybe 2 inches into Bay City, but elsewhere, Grand Rapids, Traverse City, Cadillac, all of the Detroit area, Ann Arbor, no additional accumulation of snowfall. And then, of course, as we go into Friday, the only snowfall would be in the western part of the UP. All right, the other thing is we're working on drought. I'm going to have an article written on that today, but some places are in severe drought. A lot of places are in moderate drought. It's winter, so these rains really do help. It may not show up in the drought ranking until we get towards spring, but the rainfall coming through today is going to be 1/4 to a 1/2 inch rain. That's a good solid rain for winter. And then as we go to Thursday's rain, on the northwest side of it, Muskegon, Pentwater, Ludington, Manistee, Traverse City, up toward Mackinac City, you could have close to 1 inch of rain, if not a little better. Well, the southern sections still stay pretty light on the rain. So now we're talking warmer weather. So what I want to show you here is I want to show you the surface temperature anomaly. So how far warmer than normal or colder than normal or near normal will it be over the next couple of weeks? And that's why I'm saying that, as our Average high temperature almost bottoms in the next 2 weeks, down about 2 degrees from where we're at now. A lot of us are at 32-ish right now, 31. We'll bottom out at 29 or 30 in the southern half of lower Michigan, maybe upper 20s, Traverse City region. As the average temperature is going down, we're going to kind of hold steady and stay fairly mild. So this is a long-term forecast, next 16 days of surface temperature anomaly. Okay, and so we go into tomorrow, we're a few degrees warmer than normal. We go into Thursday, we're quite a bit warmer than normal. That right there is 10 degrees warmer than normal. Hey, good morning, Tom from Brownstone. Where is Brownstone? Not sure. Okay, so now we're into Friday, and we're still running warmer than normal. We're into the weekend. We're talking about a storm system coming through. Cools us down just for a day on Sunday, and then look at next week. We have the mild air, almost warm for this time of the year, continuing to feed in. This is January 15th. This is late next week, January 16th. January 17th, and this is just, standard weather that after a warm spell of a couple of weeks in January, you're probably going to get some colder weather. And as we go out to January 21st, you kind of see the signs of cold air building back in Western Canada. And it's not really certain whether that will drop south into the western U.S. and pump the warm air back our way, or if it'll ooze toward us, probably ooze toward us at some point, and we'll get right back into hardcore winter weather. Now, here is that same good European model in the ensemble mode for the surface weather. And you'll see what we have going on with the next two storm systems. The next one, well, you know what we have going on for today. Mostly rain, ending in a little bit of wet snow. And then on Thursday, this is Thursday afternoon into evening, the rain will be developing. Thursday night, this is rain. Traverse City, Mackinac City, Sault Ste. Marie, Cadillac, Grand Rapids, the Thumb, Southeast, that's rain. This is Friday morning, and it's done. So that's a rainmaker. And then the next storm system is a stronger one, does bear watching, but the current track would be, right there, would be Saturday rain. Snow, maybe Traverse City, north and west, but iffy on the snow in Traverse City until the storm center gets over to Lake Huron by Saturday afternoon and evening. Then we change over to about 6 hours of snow showers. This is the middle of the night, Saturday night, early Sunday morning, and then done. Something like that tends to do a couple of inches on the backside of it in the northwest and western parts of lower Michigan, and 1 to 2 in the south. I'll have a forecast for you in just a moment there. Then we go into early next week. Still small, often storm systems coming toward us, with the next one not slated till the following weekend. We're actually in this pattern with about every 7 days the meaningful precipitation comes by. So here's the snowfall forecast again, with today an inch or so in the Thumb and in the Northeast, and then on the Thursday night snow just back in the western UP, and then the Saturday night Sunday snow, I would call it like a 3 to 5 inch snow from Cadillac to Alpena, north and west, and 1 to 2 south of that. And if you're in Detroit and Ann Arbor, Jackson, Kalamazoo, probably not much, probably less than an inch. Hey, how are we hanging in there? Okay, we got some folks here. Good morning, Henry and Mima. Yes, so 6 to 10 day forecast. Warmer than normal, drier than normal. 8 to 14 day forecast. That's out to January 19th. Leaning toward normal-ish, probably maybe slightly warmer than normal. And the precipitation looks in their estimation, it looks a little bit below normal. I'm not so sure about that. Now, let's give you the details of the temperatures, because I'm talking about warm temperatures, but I haven't shown you anything exact. Let's just take a quick look at that. And I continue to say that your best day, if you're looking for the warmest temperatures, best period is Thursday morning before the rain settles in. So here's today's high temperature forecast. And it's, you know, it's pretty mild for early January. It's not warm. Tomorrow is also above freezing in most all of Michigan. Here's Thursday. The warm comes in from the south. We could be 50 degrees in Grand Rapids. We could be near 50 in Saginaw, Midland, Bay City. We could be near 50 in Ann Arbor and Detroit. And in Traverse City, northern lower Michigan, the UP could be in the low 40s. Friday, still 50-ish in the southeast, then 40s, then 30s. Saturday, probably falling temperatures as the storm rolls through, but not one of these flash freeze instant Arctic plunges. Look at Sunday, the coldest day out here after the storm system, and we still make it to 30 degrees in a lot of places. Next Monday back to maybe 30s and 40s. Tuesday above freezing. Wednesday a lot of places above freezing. January 15th, January 16th. So we've got a pretty good stretch of mild weather if you're wanting that, and if you're not, sorry. But as we get out to the end of it, cold will come back. Will it be robust cold? It's hard to say just yet. We're not seeing the robust cold building just yet. That's kind of out of our time frame that we can be accurate. But we do know rain mostly today, changing over a little snow in the Saginaw Valley area in the thumb. We do know rain on Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and we do know rain to snow on the weekend. But in the southeast half, more rain than snow. So there's your weather update. Get ready to get something done outside over the next few days as we have some mild weather. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Take care.